It's just so beautiful. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber, or welcome if you are new. My name's Sarah, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Louis Vuitton Petit Noe bucket bag. It's been just shy of 6 months of me having this bag, so I figured that now would be a good time for me to kind of give you guys my thoughts now that I've been using this bag daily, let you guys know what I really think about it, the pros and cons of it, and whether or not I recommend it, especially for those of you guys who might be in the market for a new luxury bag and you might have had your eye on this one. I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys my thoughts on this bag and let you guys know if it's really worth the purchase. But before we jump into it, I just want to remind you guys to please like this video and leave me a comment below. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the bag, whether or not you would get it. And if you're new here, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell next to it. I create content on fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. I've been starting to kind of dabble into luxury bags, and I really love these types of videos whenever I'm researching a new designer bag to purchase, because it is quite a financial commitment, and I just want to share the information so that you guys can make a better informed decision. But we'll go ahead and kind of jump into it. So just first off, a quick overview of this bag. This bag, I believe, retails for $1,400. At least that's how much it was when I purchased it. I will say that it is on the more affordable side of the Louis Vuitton bag spectrum, especially if you get it in the classic monogram. If you find it in something like the epi leather or any other kind of specialty or limited edition kind of options, those are gonna run a little bit more. But the classic Louis Vuitton monogram will run you about $1,400, which actually isn't too bad a price in the designer handbag world. If you are not used to shopping designer handbags, but you kind of want to get into it, I feel like anything under $2,000 is a fairly good price point for your first luxury bag investment. And for me, this was my first Louis, so I definitely wanted to stick more around the $1,000 to $2,000 mark, and this hit right in the perfect spot for me. So as you guys can see, this purse is a bucket style bag. It's actually known as their champagne bag. It was literally designed to carry champagne. I believe that they said it can fit up to like 5 or 6 bottles of champagne in it, which is actually pretty cool and a really fun little history tidbit about this bag. Since I got the monogram, obviously it's got that classic brown Louis Vuitton monogram print all over the bag, and then the sides on this actually used to be red. Now I feel like it's faded into kind of like a very deep red slash almost brown color. So the leather on this bag does age very well. I also feel like too, this leather was a little bit lighter when I first got it. Again, I've had it for about 6 months, so it's starting to age just a little bit on the lighter parts, but that is absolutely expected. For the hardware, it does have gold hardware everywhere, and then the stitching's actually yellow, which I think is kind of cool. It like kind of ties in with the gold everywhere. For the tie string, it has the Louis Vuitton gold grommets. Shout out to the girls on my YSL small Lulu bag video who let me know what those were called. The word totally slipped to my mind, so I appreciate you guys reminding me that these are called grommets. And then the bottom is just covered in that lighter leather, and actually I was really scared about this because it doesn't have any feet. I was scared that the bottom was gonna get really terrible and it was gonna show a ton of dark, really bad stains, but actually it's not too bad. I have just like a tiny bit of staining right here, but for 6 months of use, and this is my daily purse, I feel like it's actually holding up really well. And then the strap on this is adjustable. I keep it at, I believe that this is the shortest, so this is where it hits on me. It's actually a really good length for me, but if you're taller, you can obviously make it longer. It does not go long enough to become a crossbody, so if you're hoping for that, unfortunately this bag doesn't do it. But you can probably buy a strap from Louis Vuitton, or I'm sure there's like some really good dupes on Etsy or Amazon that you can attach here to give yourself a crossbody option. For how it opens and closes, it just has the tie on this version. I will get more into my thoughts on that here in a second once we're done touring the bag. And then on the inside, it actually opens up very big. You can definitely see how you can fit in 5 or 6 bottles of champagne in here, but the inside of this bag is just covered in this brown fabric, and it is all one compartment. It doesn't even have one of those small zipper pockets on the side, but it does have a little gold hook right here in case you want to hook your keys. But that's just like a quick overview of this bag. If you guys want a more in-depth kind of tour of this bag and everything, I will link my initial unboxing of this bag down below, as well as the what's in my bag, in case you guys want to know exactly how much can fit in this bag. But I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the cons on this bag. One thing that is a little bit of a problem from from time to time is actually the strap. It's so stiff that sometimes it actually just kind of like slides right off of my arm. If the bag's like hanging at a weird angle, it's very, very easy to get it to slide off. So I feel like I kind of have to adjust it a lot. Another one of my personal cons about this bag is the tie closure. I don't like necessarily hate it, and I don't think that it's a deterrent to buy it at all, but I will say that it's not exactly the most convenient. It is a little bit difficult to have to keep tying and untying it, and I keep trying to find the perfect kind of length to keep it tied at where it's open enough that I can easily reach in and out, but closed enough that nothing falls out. But even during the few times that I have kind of gotten it at that perfect openness, this leather doesn't exactly stay tied very long. Like, it lasts maybe a day, but I definitely do have to retie this at least once a day, which honestly is not the worst thing in the world. You can get a toggle for this. I have been told that there are people on Etsy who make a toggle for this, so you can just easily kind of like open and close it. But personally, I do prefer tying the bow on this. That's like one of the things that drew me to this bag, is kind of like how youthful it was to have like the little bow tied on the front. And then the other con that I do want to point out, that's not really one of my favorite things on this bag, is the fact that it is all one compartment inside. I do wish that there was just like at least one zipper compartment back here so I can put things like a card holder or cash or receipts in there that I don't want to get lost. But if you guys want to fix that, you can totally get a bag organizer for this. Amazon has a ton of bag organizers that are the perfect size for this bag. In my what's in my bag, in fact, I actually showed you guys which bag organizer I use for this bag, and actually on the daily I don't really use it that much. I've come to realize with this bag that I kind of personally just prefer to have everything sectioned off in like little bags in here. So for example, this bag is actually from the bag organizer. This is the middle of it, so I will put a lot of things like my lipstick, my Tide to Go pen, masks and stuff in here. Then I'll just like have my wallet and my cell phone floating around loose in here, and I feel like I like that system a little bit better than when I had the bag organizer, because the bag organizer actually kind of puffed out the shape on this, and I didn't like that. I do love how slouchy this looks. So if you guys like the shape of this, I wouldn't do the bag organizer. I would just get little cosmetic bags or stuff similar to this to put your stuff in so that it doesn't get lost, because that is the main point of this not having any pockets or anything. Things get lost in here easily and you'll be digging around for forever. So I would just find some kind of system that works for you to organize yourself if you're going to be using this bag. But as far as the pros go for this bag, like I mentioned, I absolutely love the shape. I'm obsessed with it. I think that it's so cute. I also love the size of this bag. I feel like it's not too oversized for a daily bag. It's kind of like the perfect size, at least to me, because I'm not really a fan of using smaller bags on the daily. I like something that obviously has a little bit more room in it, but I don't like it when my bag is so oversized that it just feels heavy and bulky and it feels like the bag's wearing me instead of I'm wearing the bag. So I feel like this bag is a perfect middle ground because it is so slouchy and it has this tight closure. It allows you to be able to expand it really, really big to fit in so much stuff. But then when you cinch the top, it kind of brings the shape back together so it doesn't look so overwhelming. So I really, really love that. Another thing that I love about the bag is the lighter leather. I got this with the intention of this bag being my spring and summer bag. So I like the lighter leather because it makes it feel very fun and fresh and a lot more appropriate for summer and spring styles. But I feel like the dark brown monogram does help it transition into fall and winter. So this really can be a year-round bag. In fact, I was planning on putting this bag away for the fall and then using my YSL bag, but I think I'm just gonna kind of stick with this because as a daily bag, like I said, it just makes things so much easier because it can fit so much stuff in it. I can just throw everything and throw it over my shoulder and head out the door, which is another pro that I like about this bag. Like I mentioned, this sits at the perfect length for me on my shoulder, and even if you're not 4'11" like me, you can still make that happen for yourself because this is adjustable. I believe that this has 5 notches, so you have a ton of options to make this fit at the perfect length for you. I also love that even though it's slouchy, it doesn't feel like too casual or frumpy or anything like that. Because the base is shaped so well, it does help it to maintain a particular shape so that it doesn't end up looking sloppy. And I feel like that's just like a thing when it comes to designer bags. They kind of do really go into that detail and think everything through on a bag. And then another thing that I love about this bag that I touched on a little bit earlier is the price point. I feel like it's just such a good entry-level price point for designer bags. If you are not into designer bags and you don't approve of designer bags, I mean, I don't know why you'd still be watching at this point of the video, but I know that that wouldn't make sense for someone who isn't into purchasing designer bags. But if you are and you've been kind of like looking into your first one, you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, but you're kind of of ready to level up your purse collection and start diving into luxury bags, I feel like this bag is such a good starter bag because of that price point and also how perfect it is for daily use. And even though, you know, I did give you guys some cons as far as like the compartment in here and things getting lost, those are things that can easily be fixed. But for me as a vlogger who always has my camera with me, my mini tripod, and then all of the other things that I bring with me on a daily basis, this bag is just perfect just because it can ebb and flow with how much or how little I need to put into it. And just a quick note on this bag, if you guys are shopping Louis Vuitton bags and you're like looking between this and a few other of their bucket bags, this one is the Noe style. They also have the Neo Noe style, which is gonna be a little bit simpler than this. It's not gonna have all of these extra finishes like the different leather base and then the piping over here. Those ones are a little bit sleeker and smaller, and I believe that the strap is a little bit thinner than this. But for me, the Petit Noe was really the way to go because I fling my bag over my shoulders, I fling it into the car and stuff. So I personally need to have the strap that's gonna be nice and sturdy like this. But anyways, that is my review on the Petit Noe. If I missed anything or you guys have questions on anything, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Also, of course, don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you are new. I do plan on getting myself another bag. I have my eye on it. You guys will have to see which one it is during Vlogmas because I'm gonna treat myself for my birthday. So make sure you stick around for that. Yes, I am already referencing Vlogmas. But anyways, I hope this video was helpful for anybody who is researching Louis Vuitton bags or the Petit Noe in particular. But I love you guys and I will see you in my next one. Bye.